Bosch legacy star teases his role as Reacher's new Kingpin villain as fans eagerly await the next installment of Prime Video's Reacher. New details about Season 3 are starting to surface, and they're bigger than Jack Reacher himself. Anthony Michael Hall, famous for his roles in 80s classics, is stepping into the role of the main antagonist, Zachary Beck. Joining a stellar cast led by human meat feast Alan Ritchson, who could probably bench press a small car, and featuring Olivia Richter's, Brian T., Johnny Berchtold, Roberto Montesinos, and Daniel David Stewart, Hall's addition promises to bring a new level of intensity and intrigue to the series. In an exclusive interview with Screen Rant for his upcoming film Trigger Warning, Hall shared some details about his character, Zachary Beck. Describing Beck as a kingpin of wholesale drug dealing, Hall revealed that there's much more to his character than meets the eye. It's a front, it's a cover for something a little seedier, Hall teased, hinting at a layered and complex villain who isn't just a straightforward bad guy. This complexity fits perfectly with Reacher's knack for encountering a variety of skilled adversaries, ensuring that Beck will be a formidable opponent, assuming he doesn't get squashed by Reacher's sheer presence. Hall's insights offer a glimpse into how Zachary Beck intersects with Jack Reacher's journey. The catalyst for their interaction comes when Reacher rescues Beck's son, Richard, from an attempted kidnapping. Johnny Berchtold portrays Richard, a college student whose close call with danger sets the stage for the season's events. Hall praised Berchtold's performance, highlighting the pivotal father-son dynamic that will be central to the storyline. Reacher, Season 3 will be scaled back. Reacher's heroics leads Richard to introduce him to his father, Zachary, setting up a tense and unpredictable relationship. Reacher comes in, kicks some ass, saves the day. From that point, my son Richard says to him, "Look, you should come talk to my dad. He can help you out, maybe put you to work," which leads to me hiring Reacher, Hall explained. Because who wouldn't want a giant, muscle-bound guardian angel on their payroll? But Reacher, of course, has that fun task of trying to fit in as a beef slab undercover. While the third season may be slightly scaled back compared to the sprawling New York adventures of Season 2, the more intimate character work should ensure for some different drama than we're used to. Hall's portrayal of Zachary Beck, combined with the evolving relationship between Reacher and the Beck family, is set to offer a fascinating viewing experience, especially when Reacher isn't busy rearranging the faces of bad guys. Seasons 1 and 2 of Reacher are currently available to stream on Prime Video. Season 3 is tentatively scheduled for 2025. With the rising popularity of Amazon Prime's hit series Reacher, fans are eagerly anticipating the upcoming season and the new characters it promises to bring. One name that has already started stirring excitement is Titus Welliver, who made waves in Bosch and its follow-up, Bosch Legacy. Welliver is poised to step into the shoes of a fearsome new villain in Reacher, setting the stage for a season packed with intensity and danger. Teasing his role as a Kingpin villain, Welliver's involvement suggests that the stakes for Jack Reacher, played by Alan Ritchson, are about to reach new heights. In recent interviews, Welliver hinted at the complexity and menace of his new character, a significant departure from his morally gray yet mostly righteous portrayal of Harry Bosch. This time around, Welliver's character will be at the center of the chaos, a puppet master pulling strings from the shadows. According to the actor, this new villain is a kingpin in every sense, an individual who controls not only the criminal underworld, but also has a stranglehold on various layers of society. Describing the role, Welliver mentioned that his character is cunning, methodical, and utterly ruthless, a man who has perfected the art of manipulation. He also suggested that Reacher's raw physical power may not be enough to outsmart this new foe, forcing Reacher into a mental game that will push him to his limits. For fans of Welliver's work in Bosch Legacy, this role may come as a bit of a surprise. In Bosch, Welliver's portrayal of the grizzled detective was one of nuance and restraint, a man burdened by the weight of a corrupt system but determined to uphold justice. Harry Bosch's complexity lies in his internal struggles with morality and his relentless pursuit of truth. However, Welliver's upcoming role in Reacher seems to invert that character type, offering fans the chance to see him on the opposite side of the moral spectrum, someone who is as willing to manipulate justice as Bosch was to uphold it. The transition from Bosch to a criminal mastermind might seem drastic, but Welliver is no stranger to playing multi-layered characters. In his extensive career, which spans over 3 decades, he has shown a remarkable ability to embody characters that are morally ambiguous, whether as an anti-hero or as a villain. His ability to convey subtle menace and gravitas is what makes him such an exciting addition to Reacher, a show already known for its fast-paced action and gritty storytelling. Welliver's character in Reacher appears to be the perfect counterbalance to Jack Reacher's physicality and sense of justice. In many ways, Reacher and Welliver's new villain represent two sides of the same coin. Where Reacher is direct, often relying on his imposing physicality to solve problems, Welliver's villain is more calculated, preferring to use his intelligence and connections to get what he wants. This dynamic promises to elevate the tension in the series, as Reacher will need to employ more than brute force to bring this antagonist down. Welliver described the dynamic between his character and Reacher as a chess match, with both men anticipating each other's moves. One of the most intriguing aspects of this new character is the depth that Welliver seems eager to bring to the role. He has hinted that the villain is not a one-dimensional figure driven by power alone. Instead, there are layers to his motivations, and while his methods are brutal, they are also rooted in a twisted sense of purpose. Welliver's villain will be a man who believes in his own moral code, even if that code runs counter to the traditional ideas of right and wrong. This sense of personal justification is likely to make the character all the more dangerous and unpredictable, as he will see his actions as necessary, if not righteous. It will be fascinating to see how this dynamic plays out, especially as Reacher has already established itself as a series that explores the darker side of justice and power. Jack Reacher himself is a man who operates outside the law, relying on his own sense of justice to take down criminals. With Welliver's character in the mix, viewers can expect a battle not just of brawn, but of wits and ideals. This confrontation promises to test Reacher in new ways, as he faces a villain who can challenge him on multiple fronts intellectually, morally, and physically. Welliver's extensive experience in portraying hardened, calculating figures, combined with his natural charisma, positions him as a formidable antagonist for the new season. He has a unique ability to make even the most heinous characters relatable, if not sympathetic, by exposing their vulnerabilities and twisted motivations. This depth of character is exactly what a series like Reacher needs as it evolves and expands its universe. The addition of Welliver as the Kingpin villain signals a shift in tone for Reacher, one that promises to be darker, more cerebral, and intensely dramatic. His character will not just be a physical threat, but a psychological one, pushing Reacher into unfamiliar territory. With Welliver at the helm of this criminal empire, the series is poised to explore the fine line between justice and vengeance, power and corruption. For fans of Reacher, the introduction of a villain as complex as Welliver's promises a season filled with tension and high stakes. His portrayal will likely resonate with audiences who have followed his work in Bosch, but now they will get to see a darker, more manipulative side to his acting range. The showdown between Jack Reacher and this new Kingpin villain will undoubtedly be a highlight of the season, setting the stage for what could be one of the most memorable conflicts in the series so far. More manipulative side to his acting range. The showdown between Jack Reacher and this new Kingpin villain will undoubtedly be a highlight of the season, setting the stage for what could be one of the most memorable conflicts in the series so far.